The smell of coffee is in the air. It must be time for another episode of The Art of Struggle. Welcome to another episode of my podcast called The Art of Struggle. You can hear me rant about art, video games, movies, pop culture, CGI, the industry, and much, much more. My name is Fatai, and I'll be your guide as we explore the world of CG, pop culture, and the people who make it all possible. Let's dive in. Hope you like my shirt. The strength of the Black Panther will now be stripped away. That's my favorite line from the movie, by the way. I've been saying that all day. Alright. It seems Assassin's Creed for the Switch adopts pay-as-you-play pricing in Japan. That's interesting. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is coming to the Switch in Japan as a cloud edition, although there's no word yet if the game will be released in a similar format globally. Announced during yesterday's Nintendo Direct, Assassin's Creed Odyssey will launch on the Switch October 5th, granting players 2 years worth of access for 8,400 yen. Which is about $75. Players may also pay a daily rate of about 730 yen, which is about, I think, $6.50. And that is pretty interesting. This is a new way of getting games. It's like a subscription base, but for a console. I mean, I don't know how I feel about paying for one game. If it was like all the Assassin's Creeds or something like that, I think I'd be more like, okay, yeah, but $74 just for one game? Like, no, I'm sorry, but no. And I don't even own the game. Like, I think that's the biggest part. Is like, I don't own the game. I pay $6 a day and I don't own the game. No. You missed me with this one, Nintendo. You missed me with this one. But yeah. That's what they're doing now, and I think it's interesting. Like, I think a lot of companies are having to try new tactics to market their games and get it out there, and just trying to generate sales in different ways, just because there's just so much competition out there right now. And in the next story, you're gonna see that exact same thing where that's the case. So yeah. Treyarch says being able to adapt is the most important aspect of game development. Interesting, because it doesn't seem like you've adapted very well. Alright, well, I'm not gonna go there, but in the sense of Black Ops 4, what they're going to be doing now is something that I think is genuinely a terrible idea. Just a terrible idea, but I don't know. Here's what's going on. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 won't feature a traditional campaign. They're ditching the campaign. A first for the series, with developer Treyarch instead choosing to focus on a variety of multiplayer modes, including a last-person standing Battle Royale offering. Kill me already. I think this is the problem, and I think this is what everybody's getting at with Battle Royale is you're gambling that it's just a game mode. I'm so tired of people basing their entire game on it's literally just a game mode. It's just one of many styles of gameplay. I don't know. I don't see the big deal. I don't know. Maybe the stories weren't even getting better anyway. Because the last Call of Duty I played, I think I played most story modes just to get acclimated with the control. And the last Call of Duty I played was the one where I think you were like in Iraq or something and you started off in like a car. It was so epic, and that literally just sets the mood up for the environment, everything that you're gonna get. I don't know. I'm a sucker for good story, and maybe that's what it is. Their stories just weren't good enough for them to keep making it, and that's maybe the only excuse that I'll accept. But other than that, man, don't just ditch it for Battle Royale. You have Battle Royale, but still have a compelling story mode. Have something that people who don't want to deal with multiplayer freaking nonsense, where it's like you look over here and you're already dead. You know, people who just want to play the game regularly. Why don't you give them that option? Why don't you give them a story that they can, I don't know. I don't know do kids hate stories nowadays? Is that what it is? Like, do people just generally just nobody wants to see story anymore? Everybody just wants to, I don't know what it is. It's getting maddening that Treyarch is doing this. Of all people, you should know better than this. You should know better than this. Like, what? All right, man. I'm upset, as you can tell, but it doesn't make any sense. So they're saying everything tends to work together for a reason, explained Bunting. Internally, we have built a culture of adaptation. The most important aspect of game development is being able to adapt. If you can't look at something that you're doing honestly and say, this thing isn't good enough, or this isn't what we want, and we need to make a change. If you can't do that yourself, then you're not adapting. You're not going to evolve in a way that's going to constantly deliver exciting experiences for your fans. So pretty much you saw what Epic did with Fortnite and PUBG, and you were like, let me hop on the bandwagon. You're just bandwagoning, in my opinion. Like, whatever. I hope you get more sales, and I hope the next game you come back to writing good stories, because it's a fad and it's going to go, like, it's gonna peak and then it's just gonna go, because you realize that gamers are super diverse and they like all types of games. All types. All right? It's just, I'm done with this, guys. Like, I already, like, the only time I usually even play Call of Duty is to play whatever the newest story is, I don't know, like, your stories were badass. Like, why would you do that? Why would you take that out? That doesn't make any sense. On that note, let's go to some quotes to cheer me up. These quotes are from Tony Robbins. He's a motivational speaker, a very tall man. The first time I ever saw him was in Shallow Hal when he hypnotized him. Fun fact. If you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten. Change. Your life changes the moment you make a new, congruent, and committed decision. He also says, I discovered a long time ago that if I helped enough people get what they wanted, I would always get what I wanted, and I would never have to worry. Help others, and the universe will somehow find a way to help you. I discovered a long time ago. That's good stuff. For changes to be of any true value, they've got to be lasting and consistent. I'm going to leave you with this last quote in which he says, one reason so few of us achieve what we truly want is that we never direct our focus. We never concentrate our power. Most people dabble their way through life, never deciding to master anything in particular. Damn, that's real talk. Commit, dedicate yourself. All right. On that note, I want to thank you for listening to another episode of The Art of Struggle. I want to remind you that you can catch any of these episodes on YouTube, iTunes. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. Thank you. Have a great rest of your week. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.